Welcome to Legends of Panel and Pose. Today we are doing my top 5 comics of the week. This week was a pretty good week. Not quite as good as last week, but a really solid week and start to the month of October in comics. First up, we have the new Maxi series that is transitioning Star Wars from the original trilogy era to the next era they're covering, the Battle of Jakku, Insurgency Rising. I thought this was a pretty good start for this Maxi series. Pretty happy with it. Enjoyed the story that's being set up, and the art was fun. Not my favorite, but it was still fun. I am going to be really looking forward to see where this series goes. I'm giving this a 4 out of 5. Next up, we have Immortal Thor number 16. This starts a new arc on Earth for us, where Thor has, returned and is trying to evade the spell set by the Enchantress. And we have some new players that come into play. I really thought this was a pretty good start. Still, the art is great. Not my favorite issue of this series, but still good. I'm giving this a 4 out of 5. Now we have DC All-In Special number 1 from Joshua Williamson, Scott Snyder, Daniel Sampere. I'm sorry, I forgot the artist's first name, but it's Craig is the last name. This was awesome. This was my comic of the week this week. Just loved it. I really loved both stories here, the Darkseid and the Superman story. Just a really, 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 really good comic. I'm super excited for the future of the DC Universe that is set up with this, and I'm giving this a 4.5 out of 5. Now we have Batman number 153 from Chip Zdarsky and Jorge Jimenez. This is one of my favorites of the Chip Zdarsky run. Thought this set up a really great story. This felt like a classic Batman tale, and I'm really enjoying where Chip is taking this character. So I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5. And our last book of the week is Absolute Power number 4 from Mark Waid and Dan Mora. This is the final issue of the Absolute Power event, and I really liked this. I don't think it was game-changing or anything like that, but it was a solid ending to a solid event. Nothing that's going to make anyone say, oh my gosh, do you remember Absolute Power and this and this and this that happened? But it was still a fun event, and it was well written and very well executed. So I'm going to end up giving this a 4 out of 5. Let me know what your top comics of the week were in the comments.